Well, everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look at the Apple Pencil's second generation and see how these particular Apple Pencils hold up in 2025. Now, number one, the very first thing I'd recommend kind of thinking about is that with the Apple Pencil 2s, these are still some of my favorite types of Apple Pencils Apple has ever made. These were the highest end, kind of like the most expensive Apple Pencils you can buy, but now that we have the Apple Pencil Pros, these things are almost like mid-tier types of Apple Pencils. Now, the thing I love about the Apple Pencil 2s is the design. The design of these Apple Pencils hold up a lot better than the Apple Pencil 1s. With the Apple Pencil 1s, these things were things you were plugging at the bottom, and they were a little bit annoying because you had to go through and basically plug and play them, and just to charge them was such a hassle, to be honest. But now when they made the Apple Pencil 2s, they basically go through, connect to the very top of the iPads, and that makes these things feel a little bit better in and of itself. Now, a very big thing to keep in mind here too is that with the Apple Pencil 2, these things magnetically attach. So these things go straight from the top and they magnetically clasp to the top portion of your iPad. This makes it a lot easier for it to travel around with. You don't have to carry a separate case. It also charges like this as well, which makes it that much better of a device from that particular perspective as well. There's low latency, you have the double tap gesture inside of it too, so you can switch tools inside of it. You also have tilt detection as well, but keep in mind it's not supported on every single iPad out there, so that right there can be a little bit of a problem. You also have that magnetic charging, and you also have gesture controls inside of this particular Apple Pencil. So those things in and of itself really, it does make it that much better of a device in some ways because it holds up very, very well from that particular perspective. But there are a few cons of getting an Apple Pencil 2. Number one, it's not really compatible with the latest generation of that 10th gen based iPad or any of those iPads before it. So if you get an iPad 9, iPad 8, 7, 6, all those other iPads, some of the earlier iPad Airs, iPad Pros, some of the earlier ones, this one isn't supported on those ones either. So that right there can be kind of a big thing to keep in mind depending on who you are. You're going to have to just kind of remember that. There's also no Find My support inside of these Apple Pencils. If you get the Apple Pencil Pros, that one does give you, Find My support. This one, on the other hand, doesn't really give you that type of capability either. So that right there is going to be another one of those things to keep in mind, but also it's not really that big of a deal, but it can be a little bit of an annoying thing. Personally for me, if you're looking for an Apple Pencil, and you're somebody who takes a lot of notes on your iPad, you want an iPad that's going to give you a great time, that's not going to give you too many issues and things like that, this type of Apple Pencil, I think, is a very good option. This thing is going to feel like a very good machine. It's going to look very good. It's going to give you a very, very good experience without having to go through and just, essentially, having to plug this thing all the time at the bottom and have to deal with some of these older things the older iPads had to deal with the Apple Pencil 1 support. So I think this is a really good upgrade. If you have an iPad that supports Apple Pencil, this one is a no-brainer. If it supports Apple Pencil 2, this one is a no-brainer. It's still very good in 2025. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.